My name is Daniel and thank you for joining. Today, I want to share to you 5 other ways you can say the word great. You know, when you say great, you say excellent or exceptional. Are you ready for the first? The first is out of this world. Out of this world. You say out of this world if you don't want to use the word great. If you want to talk about a restaurant that you went and the food that you appreciated, you can say, for example, what a restaurant. The food was out of this world. You can say that if you visited a restaurant and you like its food. You say, what a restaurant. The food was out of this world. You mean that the food was great, okay? You use out of this world in a sentence just to replace the word great. But if you want to talk about your friends, they like to give you great ideas. You can say, for example, I like my friends because their ideas are always out of this world. You can say that. The second way you can say great without using the word great, you can say outstanding. Outstanding is another way to say great in English. If you don't want to say great, you are lucky you can say outstanding. For example, if you're talking about an area, you can say it's an area of outstanding natural beauty. However, if you want to talk about one of your friends who has a great sense of observation, you can say, for example, she has outstanding powers of observation. You can say that, all right? You mean that your friend has great sense of observation. You say that. You just replace the word great by outstanding. If you don't want to use the word great, there are plenty of ways you can say great in English. And the third one is first rate. If you don't want to say great, you can say first rate. If you want to talk about the great service of a real professional, you can use first rate to replace the word great. For example, people who use a service knew they were dealing with a first-rate professional. You can say that. You just use first rate to replace the word great. Okay, let me say again the sentence. People who use a service knew they were dealing with a first-rate professional. But if you use to participate in meetings or when you're in a classroom, you like when people ask great questions. You can say that in English. The questions you raise are of first-rate importance. You just replace the word great by first-rate. All right, good. Now the fourth way to say great without using the word great is top-notch. You say top-notch if you don't want to say great. Top-notch. When you're talking about yourself, when you're talking about positive things that you're doing, great things that you're doing in your life or you did, you can use top-notch to replace the word great, to replace the adjective great. For example, I was lucky and got myself a job with a top-notch company. You can say that, okay? You just replace great by top-notch. When you say top-notch, you say great, you say exceptional, you say excellent. But if you want to talk about a food, a meal that you want to congratulate, you can use top-notch to replace great. For example, you can say, the soup is spicy and original, and the house salad dressing is a top-notch blend of oil, vinegar, and spices. If you say that, you want to congratulate the soup. You want to talk about the soup. But you don't use the word great to qualify that. You use top-notch. Top-notch is the fourth way to say great without using the word great. Now, the last way, which is the fifth way to say great, if you don't want to use great in a sentence, you can use superb. Superb, you see it. Superb is another way to say great without using great. For example, if you want to talk about event you went or performance, you can use the word superb to replace the word great. You can say in a sentence, the performance last night was absolutely superb. You use superb to replace the word great. But if you want to talk about your colleague, you want to say that they are great people, they can impress people, you can use the word superb. For example, my colleague is a superb dancer. He dances everywhere in the city. I say, my colleague is a superb dancer. He dances everywhere in the city. You just say that your colleague is a great dancer. He dances everywhere in the city. So you use the word superb in the place of the word great. So today you learn 5 ways to say great without using the word great. Do you remember? The first way is out of this world. The second way is outstanding. The third way is first rate. The fourth way is top notch. And the last, which is the 5th way, you say superb. Thank you so much for making your time. If you appreciate it, please like, guys, and share it. My name is Daniel. Catch me in another more interesting video.